Stand for pledge of allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, let's get a roll call for this meeting, please.
Councilmember Whitten.
I'm here.
Councilmember Rivas.
Here.
Councilmember Conover. Present. Councilmember Graham. Here. Councilmember Paparad.
Here.
Councilmember Biggs.
Here.
Councilmember Justin.
Here.
7 councilmembers present, and then roll call of the commissioners, right?
Well, we'll get that. Just start.
Okay.
First thing on the agenda is Parks and Recreation. Come on up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 additionals in front of us. I assume you had your meeting?
We did, just now.
Everything went cool?
Motion to approve.
We have a motion on the additionals, there's a second?
Second.
And a second on the additionals, any discussion?
Well, the witness break. Let's see, 2 of them are old funds, that were here prior to me actually working there. We're finally closing out. The playground grant is a variety of sources, everything from, Valparaiso University School Group to Walmart to the Lake Michigan Coastal Program, and the Sunshine Hill Farm Education Center is a private donation.
Any other questions, discussion? Hearing none, roll call please on the question.
Councilmember Rivas.
Yes.
Councilmember Conover.
Yes.
Councilmember Graham.
Yes.
Councilmember Paparad.
Yes.
Councilmember Biggs.
Yes.
Councilmember Justin.
Yes.
And Councilmember Whitten.
Yes. There you go.
Thanks for your patience.
Appreciate you getting together. Porter Circuit Court, Judge Harper asked if she could get this transfer on, 1,000 from 3161 mental health drug, course of 1330 psychiatric. Amount needed to cover witness fees for doctors. What's your pleasure?
Second.
Motion is second. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Transfer is approved. Let's move into our joint meeting. Commissioners? Thank you. Would you get a roll call, Commissioner, please?
The commissioners present, Commissioner Evans.
Present.
Commissioner Blaney. Here. And Commissioner Good.
Here. Thank you very much. Let's move right into our joint meeting. We're going to have a joint joke every time we have a joint meeting. I think where we left off last time, as you all remember, I'm sure, was the RFPs were sent out. We've gotten some responses to those. We've all got responses or copies thereof, and I assume an opportunity to begin reviewing those. What I was hoping to get tonight, in whatever other direction you guys want to go, were a couple things. One is I was wanting to know how the body would like to proceed into making the selection process. And quite candidly, my thoughts were going to be driven by how many responses we got, i.e. if we got 50 of them, maybe we want to start calling the herd. But with only having a handful of them, I thought perhaps you guys might entertain the thought of interviewing the responses. So I'm inclined to do so. Doesn't seem like there's that many. What do we got, about half a dozen? So, what are your thoughts?
I think that's okay by me. There are some that obviously look better than others, and there are some that I think could be a waste of time to interview, so whichever you want to do, feels willing to go.
Well, it's split it up over a couple nights, so I'm sure we're not going to be able to get all 10 of us together again. Whoever can show a couple nights, and split it up 3 and 3.
Do that? What do we got?
I'm just throwing that out instead of, sure, let everybody get together.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with setting a couple nights and getting 3 of them here in one night, 3 on the other, or do them all one night. So whatever you guys schedule permits. do that?
Being how
Yes,
difficult
I
it is.
do. I think the quicker we do this, the better it is.
Right. Right. Scott, did you have any nights, for your available that we can start from the beginning here?
Well, I will be available whenever you guys.
We're talking this month too, right? We're not gonna kick it.
No, I think, I'd like to do it this month, but
Then they go out of town and eliminates dates. No.
that's the,
That was Patrick Stan.
so you wanna try to, so we're sitting here on the fourth. Scott, how much time do you think we need to give these folks?
A week, maybe. I think a week's sufficient.
So, if we push it a week out, we'd be at the 11th, we push it that week. How is everybody's schedule? And I know that those things tend to change, but I don't want to put
Well,
everybody on the spot.
17, 24.
Well, when's our next council meeting? 25th.
Yes.
Guys?
17, 24 works for me.
No, it might be a long night, but why not do it in one night?
I don't disagree with that, but I don't, you know,
Still enough for everybody to get together anyways.
You guys want to have a joint meeting on the 24th, invite everybody, split them up, and what do you think we need for, 20 minutes, 30 minutes?
In 30 minutes, I think, so.
So we can just start and get to it.
do it now.
Any opposition to that idea, any conflicts that anybody knows of? Jeff, John? You all right, Jeff?
Yeah. 24.
Laura? Jim, good? Mike?
Yep. The center of the table's fine.
So, 5 o'clock, earlier, later, 4 o'clock?
I'd start at 5, get to 6.
Let's do 5 o'clock. And we'll just start interviewing them.
We may have some not show.
It's true. After we take a pizza break.
5 o'clock, right?
Wait,
5 o'clock. would be good.
Joy, would you be so inclined to get that meeting noticed? Scott, would you check with Joy and make sure we get a notice out to all the suitors?
Yes.
And we'll just, I don't care how, we just make sure that everybody gets time stuff. Okay, that's pretty cool. Like what I said it.
Are we gonna make a decision that night? I mean, everybody's had plenty of time to review the material. I mean, then we lose another week. You just gotta be the highlights. You know, they said so much crap. Half that could be left off.
I
So you heard Bob's thoughts.
think we could make a decision tonight.
I don't disagree with that.
I mean, we could do that night. Do we have any opposition to that? We'll just kind of keep it moving.
Take a break and, discussion.
Can we go into executive session, Scott, and talk among ourselves?
I'll have to check. I'm not sure off the top of my head. I'm not sure if they go into executive session, small categories, maybe.
Mine.
We can move the joint meeting into one of the closets, if there wouldn't be room for.
It's going to be-
We only get one reporter anyway.
All right, that sounds good. And I guess, another thought. So we got that meeting, that's cool. And then, we left off discussions on, as we know, we discussed a bit ad nauseam about the different options and the different possibilities. I think we all sort of realize that there's kind of things we can do. One of them is nothing, and just keep the status quo. That's probably not the answer. The other is to form a foundation, opt into that option. The other is the treasurer option. And I think, Scott, you've done some research on that since we last talked. And before you get into that, Scott and I have had the opportunity to sort of start working through some thoughts for bylaws, for articles of incorporation, for things that we would need to do if we opted the foundation route. But there were a couple of pieces of that, obviously, that we needed to have through the thought before we got into the nuts and bolts of that, Scott might give you guys a draft of where we're at so far, and let you take it, and then we can, that gives you an opportunity to kind of look it through and discuss it and make changes and omissions and additions and whatever you think. It's just a work in progress, and kind of started when we were talking about the foundation, way back when. So Scott, what do you got?
And basically, I think the biggest question we had last time was the difference between the treasurer's option and what we're calling the foundation option. It's clear now the biggest difference between the two sites. Ultimately, the foundation obviously has a different makeup as far as you 10 being the trustees of that foundation. When it comes down to the nuts and bolts of the investment options, the treasurer option doesn't have the language of the statute of equity investments. So at the end of the day, the foundation option, Article 36 has that option. So I think the foundation option has a little bit more broad availability as to what investment options we proceed with. And that would obviously be in a written investment plan, and that's that would be the first thing whoever we hire as this consultant would be helping us put together.
Okay.
And I do have draft articles of incorporation for the foundation and draft bylaws, and they are drafts. And I want everyone to have copies of them and review them, and any questions or concerns. I can tell you before what I have heard from people and try to incorporate as comments and kind of come in over time is it's subject to freedom of information request as it's set up right now. It's subject to notice like we're used to with all of our regular public meetings. The statute requires an annual audit, et cetera. So some of those things that were out there that I've heard over time, I tried to put in there, but obviously I have copies for everybody, and they would rather have an email to them. I can also email to them. I have those, and I also have a draft of the enabling ordinance that the council and commissioners separately would have to pass in order to choose one of these options, to choose the foundation.
And I thought that if we're inclined to opt into the foundation option, which is my preference, and we start thinking about a little bit about how to make that board be. I would assume there'd be 4 officers: chairman, vice chair, treasurer, secretary. One thought that might not be a bad idea is the treasurer of our board could be the county treasurer. I mean, she's the one that's watching the money. Secretary, I suppose, could be someone from the auditor's office or the auditor. The body could elect the chair and the vice chair. My suggestion would be that the chair is from the commission, the vice chair be from the council, and vice versa. Separate out the officers. Things like that. So,
I mean, my suggestion would be, we're meeting on the 24th, choose one of these investment consultants. Unless we're going to have a very long meeting on the 24th, that's fine. Maybe another joint meeting to try to actually have some of these enabling ordinances and get moving on that path. Just a suggestion. On the 24th, if we want to try to do it that night.
well, I guess my question would be for the members here, and I don't know that everyone's ready to answer it. I just answer for my thoughts, but are you guys comfortable with one option or the other at this time, each of you, or are you of the mind that you want to talk to these consultants, whichever one we retain, and ask them any questions that might lead you to one option or the other? It seems to me the restrictions, from my personal perspective, the restrictions between the options with respect to the investments leads me clearly to the foundation. But maybe you guys have other thoughts or questions that you'd like to answer, or are you guys ready to make some decisions? What do you think?
Well, it's good that we've got all the options, but I think that there's something else that we need to decide too, and that is, are we going to put all the money that's liquid into the foundation? Are we going to do some capital projects? I think we need to come up with some percentages and be ready to justify them in what
good thought. Scott, I think at one point we had discussions, and I don't know the answer to that. I don't know. We've had some discussions in the past about that, but Scott, you had some thoughts about the potential of revenue bonding and things like that. Are you ready to?
I mean, I don't think there's any restriction, I haven't seen any restriction that would allow us to potentially, I guess, under a scenario of, obviously, one of the biggest issues we've talked about when it comes to investing this money is our money and ability to invest. We need to be garnering additional funds from this investment to shore up the government, number one. Number two, there's a fair amount of concern over being able to get some of the projects that we've all been talking about for a very long time now. One option, but I don't see any restrictions for doing would be being able to do some sort of revenue off of the money generated from the foundation. Take that money and that, whatever that would be, take that money and maybe do capital projects. I think that's something potentially we need to look at. Obviously, the bonuses for those things would be that we would obviously lose principal and we'd have a fairly large shot of money to be able to then turn around and do quite a bit of projects in a hurry. Maybe if we did a 20-year revenue bond, be able to turn around and be able to reload the bond again in 20 years and do.
Well, that would be also Councilman Davis.
But that's, that's one option, but I think Commissioner Evans is right on. I think my impression is the last, I could be wrong, but my impression is the last issue to be decided here is how much goes to the foundation.
But, yes.
Well, I agree with that statement. We gotta get to that point first.
Sure.
So we gotta keep the ball rolling up, and have continued discussions about whatever anything should go in there. And piggybacking on Scott, don't lose sight of where interest rates are. And our rate of return will obviously be higher. The revenue bond probably makes more sense than John would dump and just use the cash, because revenue, interest rate is so low right now, plus the municipal bonds really gives a foundation versus what we can attain through.
We're also going to have to consider what's being taken out of the principal today, which is the fees for the ambulance units. So if we grab that principal and lock it, all of it or a portion of it in the foundation, and then dedicate, say, a portion of it to capital improvement projects, where does that money then come from to pay that contract?
Would have to come from.
And future contracts?
Would have to come from earnings. And one other thing that Scott and I discussed at one point, I don't know, this is probably a discussion to have with the auditor, but we may want to have some money set aside to lend ourselves to avoid things like TAWs and things of that nature that may go down the road since we're depleting our unallocated receipt funds. We're not going to have that amount of money in the bank. Rather than come to lean on tax anticipation.
We've been looking for many years, we haven't had to do one because we've had enough money either in allocated received or from other sources to be able to pass this over to the next tax year.
Well, as everybody understands that over the last at least 4 or 5 years, we've been very dependent on austerity. That will, once we decide to lock those monies in someplace else or to spend those monies differently, that all changes.
Yeah, but it can only change for the better, because here's the thought. Yes, we've been reliant on the earnings, or the interest, but the option, whichever option, one further better than the other, interest bonds, is going to increase that interest earnings rather exponentially. Wow. We had to almost be hitting the red lines. But, I mean, that's the thought. Yeah, you're right, Jim. I mean, it's all dependent on the market, but I mean,
There's a lot of players, a lot of moving parts in this that have to be taken into consideration. And that's why trying to
So the question's still out there.
When you're hiring somebody to serve as a consultant, I think first you get the person hired and then you listen to what they
Well,
have to say.
I agree, but I mean, I can see the snow flying and Wall City
So
went back outside.
that goes back to my question.
Keep all the balls in the air.
Yeah, and that would, so here's that's my question. The members, are you guys feeling you want to hear what the consultants have to say before you lock in on an option? Or are you feeling comfortable enough at this point to choose? And if either one's fine.
I'll make a motion.
Yes, sir.
I make a motion that we move to a foundation. How's that?
Second.
The amount of money to be determined later?
Yes. Yes. And it's pretty much dictated by the way that our money right now is set up, the way it's invested right now, right? So it's
Yeah,
not
it's not all
gonna come in,
available.
it's not all available unless we can opt in, and there's some things that we can do there, but our advisor, again, will point us in the right direction to do that as well. So I think today, if we're here at a joint meeting, we should get something done, and that first step is, with what Bob said, is Councilman Paparad, is that let's form this foundation, if that's what we want to do. So there's your motion for me.
I'll second it.
I second it.
I don't disagree with that at all, but I think that we need to, as part of the interview process, maybe ask those people that we're interviewing what they would recommend, and get what you're paying for before you jump in ahead of the.
I agree with Commissioner Evans.
Oh, wait a minute, get that, you got that? Wait a minute, even if this goes through, we're still a long ways from a foundation.
No, I mean, I understand Commissioner Goods, and
I do too, and I don't
it's hard to
disagree.
make an argument against it, but I think that we're paying for some advice, we should.
But we're not there yet, even if we wanted to do it today, how long is it gonna take, Scott?
Plus, well, as the ordinances have to be passed out then, is that correct, Scott?
I don't have time.
But at least this gives us some direction on which to go, and that's either wait till we have a motion a second on the floor, we're going to get an answer on that question. But maybe the consensus is to wait until the consultant is hired and get information, or maybe the consensus is, let's start moving forward with the foundation, Scott, get the ordinance for us ready for our meeting, and commissioners can do theirs if they're so inclined, and
Even if the consultant says, which I don't think they will, don't do the foundation, we don't have any money in it.
so it doesn't hurt to, we can opt out, right, Scott?
And that's a,
Would you have this?
We wouldn't have any money in it, so there wouldn't be a whole lot of profit.
I have the draft ordinance that would enable both council and commissioners to hand out to opt into the foundation option.
well, moving forward, the consultants, we hear the consultants, and we decide on one. Who's deciding on that? Does it need to be the foundation or us as a body? It's the foundation that's hiring.
Us as a body, but we are.
But does that have to go, does the ordinance have to be passed in order for us to be established as that foundation, or are we currently the foundation right now?
No, we can stick with the 24th and pick our consultant.
As a foundation? Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, who hires like Commissioner Blaine said, we have no money, if the foundation's not established, on the 24th, what body is gonna say, yes, we're hiring you, with what money?
This joint body.
So Vicki, there's
This joint body can hire here, that's fine.
Vicki, I'm dying to hear the answer. There's a motion and a second on the floor. Would you please take a roll call?
Councilmember Conover.
Yes.
Councilmember Graham.
Yes.
Councilmember Paparad.
Yes.
Councilmember Vitt.
Yes.
Okay, Councilmember Jessup.
Yes.
Councilmember Whitten.
Yes.
Councilmember Rivas.
No, I'd like to hear more. Not yet.
Okay.
What?
Commissioner Evans.
Yes.
Commissioner Blaney. Yes. And Commissioner Good.
Yes. So for the record, there was only one of the county
Me.
that wants to hold the county back.
I'm good.
Scott, all right, so here's the thing. So from
Scott, we could change course at any time.
None of this is set in stone. Right, exactly. So,
We haven't passed it yet.
so
Right.
Scott, based upon the vote that you've heard, would you please get the commissioners the draft ordinance for them to show the county attorney, and they can make whatever action? We could pass it, right? You understand?
It needs to.
You're all here, you're all here.
Yeah, why don't you guys take these drafts, look them through, take the draft ordinance, look it over. No, not yet. And then we could, if we wanna plow forward with these enabling ordinances, we could pass them at that joint meeting. Now, the commissioners can take their vote on theirs, we can take our vote on ours, and we're off to the races. If you guys wanna do that. Yes.
I really like Scott's idea where you put as much money in and then bond. Who's going to, when does it get decided what we do? Which way?
I think that,
What?
I would, listen, I go back to what Bob said, we got a foundation, investment advisor, build our investment plan, get an idea what money we're gonna have and what we think this is gonna look like, and then the 8th or 9th step down the road is whether or not we can do a revenue bond. I mean, the first step's getting the foundation, investment advisor, and this thing invested, making some money to help us out.
Scott, you remember, maybe somebody else does, what, how much it would be available even at the end of this year? Was it
50 million.
Yeah.
I thought it was 80.
I thought it was 80.
I thought it was 88 or 90.
Cash. Yeah.
In December, by the
Okay.
year's end, yeah.
I thought it was 50 now.
We just.
50 something now.
So, yes.
I just want to stress, we're looking at a 5-fold increase in revenue with very secure bond. I mean, she wets herself down the hallway, and she gets 1%. A pet monkey can get 5% before we're done with bonds. I mean, the amount of revenue, well.
You didn't say the truth.
That's not,
Get that out, Schultz.
not for publication.
But it's true. I mean, she gets 1%. We're just, I mean, it's costing us thousands of dollars a day. Every day we don't do something. That's all.
So,
I agree.
No, that's right, that's why we're gonna move, that's why we're moving forward, we gotta get going, we get it.
I agree.
So,
I say that.
You did.
Yeah.
so listen,
Very
guys,
loud.
things to think about, things to think about are how we went to the foundation, you know, look at the bylaws, things you feel are important that need to go in there, let's get our heads together, get them in there. Things you think that are in there that shouldn't be, let's get our heads together, decide when to get them out. Those are all the sorts of things that we need to kind of get nailed down. And all I ask is that, this is my suggestion, that as we decide what should go in the bylaws, articles, let's not think in terms of the 10 of us, because in all likelihood, it won't be the 10 of us up here doing it. So let's think about how we want to protect that money, how we want the future directors to be hamstrung or not. Those are the kind of things I was thinking about with these drafts. Some thoughts. Anything else we want to talk about tonight?
I think we need to I'm not sure we decided, maybe I missed it. Are we doing the size, interviewing and deciding on the investment advisor? What are we doing?
Deal with these ordinances, if the bodies are comfortable.
Is everybody okay with that? I just want to make sure that's.
We got the 24th, so we get the commissioners opportunity to review, talk to the county attorney.
So we'll put on that agenda also the date.
And would you make sure, Scott, you talk to the county attorney too, if he has any questions or concerns,
I will.
Mike, right, guys, anything else tonight? With that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Out of here.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm starting 5 minutes.